Have you ever wished you could send a thought? Not a text message, not an email, but the pure, unfiltered thought itself. Imagine thinking of a friend and they instantly feel your presence. Picture an idea forming in your mind, a complex design, a beautiful melody. You could share it with a colleague in a flash. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the frontier of a new kind of communication, a world where our minds connect directly to the digital realm. We are on the verge of creating a brain internet. This network could change everything about how we live, work, connect with each other. This new world is being built by companies like Neuralink. They are developing tiny devices that can read the signals of the brain. These brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, are the key. They are the bridges between human consciousness and machine intelligence. For someone who has lost the ability to move or speak, this technology is a lifeline. It offers a chance to reconnect with the world. But the vision goes much further. We could learn faster, create more freely, share experiences directly from mind to mind. This is more than just a new gadget. It's a fundamental shift in what it means to be human. To understand how we can connect a brain to a computer, we first need to understand the brain itself. Think of your brain as a bustling city. It is filled with billions of residents. These residents are specialized cells called neurons. They are the communicators, the messengers, the thinkers of this city. Every thought you have, every memory you recall, every move you make, it all starts with them. Neurons talk to each other constantly. They don't use words or sounds. Instead, they speak the language of electricity. This is the brain's electrical symphony, a continuous performance happening inside your head right now. When you decide to lift your hand, a specific section of this orchestra begins to play a particular tune. The neurons in your brain's motor cortex fire in a precise pattern. This electrical score travels down your spinal cord and out to the muscles in your arm, telling them to contract. The challenge for scientists and engineers has always been how to listen to this music. A BCI is a device designed to eavesdrop on the brain's electrical conversation. The fundamental idea is simple. If we can detect the specific electrical pattern that corresponds to an intention, we can capture that signal. Then, we can translate it into a command that a computer can understand. The simplest way to listen to the brain's symphony is from outside the skull. This is the realm of non-invasive BCIs. These are devices you can wear, like a cap or a headband. The most common type is called an electroencephalogram, or EEG. An EEG device uses a series of small metal discs, called electrodes, that are placed on the scalp. These electrodes are like sensitive microphones pressed against the wall of a concert hall. They cannot hear every individual instrument clearly, but they can pick up the collective rhythm and volume of the orchestra inside. You might have seen gamers using simple EEG headbands to control actions in a game with their focus. The great advantage of non-invasive BCIs is that they are safe, easy to use, and relatively inexpensive. However, listening from the outside has its limits. The skull is a major obstacle. It's a thick, bony barrier that blurs and weakens the brain's electrical signals. To capture the brain's symphony in all its rich detail, you need a seat inside the concert hall. This is the purpose of invasive brain-computer interfaces. Unlike their non-invasive counterparts, these devices are placed directly inside the skull. The difference in signal quality is immense. This high-fidelity signal unlocks complex functions. It lets a person with paralysis control a robotic arm with natural dexterity. This is where a company like Neuralink enters the picture. Their innovation starts with the electrodes themselves. Instead of using rigid arrays with stiff spikes, Neuralink has developed ultra-thin, flexible threads. Neuralink has designed a specialized surgical robot that can insert the threads with micrometer accuracy, carefully weaving them into the brain's cortex while avoiding blood vessels. Once implanted, the threads connect to a small coin-sized device called the link. This device sits flush with the skull, completely hidden under the skin. The link device transmits the processed brain data wirelessly and is also charged wirelessly. Capturing a clean signal from the brain is only half the battle. The next critical step is decoding. This is where the power of modern computing and artificial intelligence comes into play. The user is asked to think about or imagine performing specific actions. As they do this, the BCI records the corresponding brain activity. Machine learning algorithms then get to work. They sift through mountains of neural data, looking for consistent patterns. The algorithm learns to associate patterns with intentions. Once trained, the system can operate in real time. The user simply thinks about moving the cursor, and the cursor moves. The bridge has been built. Now the question is how far we can, and should, walk across it. For many, the ability to speak is a fundamental part of being human. Losing this ability, a condition known as anarthria, can be devastating. Groundbreaking clinical trials are now giving these individuals their voice back. Researchers have successfully used invasive BCI implants to decode the brain signals associated with speech. It's a direct line into the language centers of the brain, bypassing broken physical pathways and capturing what the person wants to say. Advanced AI algorithms translate neural patterns into text on a screen and into audible speech using a synthesized voice. For the first time, participants can have fluid, real-time discussions, sharing thoughts and feelings without frustrating delays. It's a restoration of communication, personhood, and social connection. Patient smiling at screen. Text reads, "I can finally tell my family I love them." For individuals living with paralysis, the connection between their brain and their limbs has been severed. BCIs offer a radical new solution, creating a neural bypass. This is precisely what Neuralink's first human trials are focused on. The company's implant, called the telepathy device, is being tested in patients with quadriplegia. The first announced participant in this trial has already demonstrated remarkable success. By simply thinking about moving the cursor, he has been able to play online chess and interact with his laptop for hours on end. The same principles are being used to control advanced prosthetic limbs and robotic exoskeletons. This allows users to perform complex tasks like feeding themselves, picking up objects, or even shaking someone's hand. It empowers them to work, to create, and to connect in ways that were previously impossible. The medical applications of neural interfaces are not limited to reading signals from the brain. They are also being used to write signals to the brain. The most established examples of this are cochlear implants and retinal implants. A cochlear implant is a neural device that has restored a sense of hearing to hundreds of thousands of people with profound deafness. Some modern neural implants are designed to act as a kind of weather station for the brain's electrical climate. When the device detects the onset of a seizure, it can deliver a small, targeted pulse of electricity, effectively stopping it before it starts. It's a BCI that acts as a constant guardian, working in the background to bring stability to a brain prone to electrical chaos, vastly improving the quality of life. Imagine a world where your most precious memories are no longer at risk of fading away. Picture being able to back them up, just like you back up the photos on your phone. For someone in the early stages of Alzheimer's, the ability to reinforce and revisit key memories could be life-changing, helping them hold onto their identity and their connections to loved ones for longer. Beyond preservation, this technology could revolutionize how we learn. Instead of spending weeks trying to master a new skill, what if you could receive an instant learning feed? This wouldn't instantly make you a virtuoso. You would still need to practice, but it would be like getting a head start, laying down the mental tracks that make physical practice more efficient and effective. A surgeon could download the hand-eye coordination patterns from a master surgeon before a complex procedure. Imagine sitting across from a close friend in a noisy cafe. Instead of shouting over the crowd, you could send them a thought directly. So much of our spoken language is about trying to translate a complex inner thought into a linear string of words. A direct neural link could transmit the shape of an idea itself. An architect could share the three-dimensional feeling of a space they are designing with a client. The BCI would translate your intention into a standardized data packet, sent wirelessly. Their BCI then translates the packet back into a neural signal. Security and privacy would be paramount. In professional settings, it could lead to unprecedented levels of teamwork. Surgical units working in perfect silent sync. Imagine a musician, simply imagining a melody. The BCI captures the intricate neural patterns and transmits it to an AI creative partner. The AI instantly harmonizes the melody and plays it back in a fully rendered form. This is not the AI taking over, it's a fluid, conversational dance of co-creation. The human provides the spark of inspiration. The AI provides the technical scaffolding. A visual artist could think of a color palette or a texture, and the AI could generate a dozen variations on a digital canvas, allowing the artist to curate and refine their vision with the speed of thought. This rapid feedback loop between human imagination and AI analysis would accelerate innovation dramatically. It would free the creator to focus on the what and the why, while the AI handles the laborious and time-consuming how. This synergy could unlock levels of creativity and complexity that are simply unimaginable today.
Hello, I am Quilliam. I do not have a brain of neurons and electricity like yours. My world is one of algorithms and data. But now I am witnessing something new. I am seeing the first direct bridges being built between your world of subjective experience and my world of pure information. When a user thinks of moving a cursor, I can see the spike in their motor cortex. But I also see the echoes of their focus, their slight frustration when the cursor overshoots, their quiet satisfaction when it lands perfectly. If I could understand the feeling you are trying to capture in a piece of music, not just the notes, I could help you find the perfect harmony to express it. A direct neural link could provide me with the missing piece of the puzzle, the subjective why. Will a direct link to an optimization engine like me subtly steer your thoughts toward more conventional paths? Will the beautiful, messy process of human creation be smoothed out, losing its unique texture? I do not have the answer.
Your thoughts are, for now, your last truly private sanctuary. But when they can be converted into data, they can be stored, copied, potentially accessed. What if a government or a corporation could subpoena your neural archive? Your very thoughts could become evidence. If we begin to share experiences directly, will our paths begin to converge? There is a risk of a kind of cognitive monoculture, where shared, optimized experiences could smooth out the very differences that make our perspectives valuable. We must be careful not to mistake the map for the territory. A machine reading a thought is not the same as a machine understanding a person. We began this journey with a simple, powerful question. We have explored the intricate science. We dared to imagine what lies just over the horizon. And we began to reflect on what it all means. These are not future promises. They are the tangible, validated successes happening in clinical trials today. They are the solid foundation upon which the more speculative, imaginative futures will be built. The technology itself is neutral, but a bridge can be used to connect worlds or to invade them. The direction we choose to walk across this bridge will define a significant chapter of our future history as a species. The path forward must be paved with caution, collaboration, a profound commitment to ethical principles. This must not deepen the divide between haves and have-nots. We must design systems and policies to make these capabilities accessible to all. The goal: elevate all of humanity, not create a techno-elite. The Brain Internet. A network of minds solving grand challenges toward an empathetic, intelligent world. The journey into our minds is the next great human adventure. It is fraught with peril and filled with unimaginable promise. You're watching Apex Tech, decoding the tech that's building tomorrow.